What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Miller's Music Mondays. Happy Monday. Does it really matter what day it is? I don't know. It helps me know when my next show is, so I guess there's that. But other than that, time is soup, as I've often said. But thank you guys for tuning in. There is one good thing about time, though. I've got an album coming out on Friday. So I guess there's that. That signifies this is it. It's the physical copy of which I stayed up until about 6 a.m. last night. I fulfill all of my orders myself because I think I'm an insane person, probably. And so I had a lot of fun getting those out. Not really. If by fun you mean like just standing there and printing out labels and putting them on packages and putting things in. If you call that fun, I was doing that. Anyway, so if you pre-ordered the album, you're going to get it, and if you didn't, it'll be out on Friday. So either way, have fun. I'm going to play all songs off of that album tonight to kind of let people remind them of these songs. So while people are coming into the room, it's looking good already. I've got great guests tonight. I'm going to start off with a song from that album that I've played a few times here. It's called Better Late Than Never. Don't have to ask what shape I'm in. Wanna look at my face, I'll tell you where I've been. But memories are full of grief. One day soon I'll find relief. Gonna carry this load till the day I die. Till I look my maker in the eye. Say, hey man, what you trying to do? It's just one thing I've asked you. Give me a sign. Something would be better than nothing. It's been a long, long time, but it's better late than never. I gave you my love, gave you my pain, but I never thought that you were gonna walk away. And all that time I could never get back. When I got home, your bags were packed. You slipped down without a word. Now I can't believe the things I've heard. Can't stop thinking about the way things were. I never saw it coming, everything's a blur. Give me a sign. Something would be better than nothing. It's been a long, long time, but it's better late than never. Yeah, it's better late than never. Oh, it's better late than never. If I had my way, I'd leave this town. It's hard to show my face now that you're not around. But here I stand, just trying to find a clue to the mystery of what happened to me and you. Give me a sign. Something would be better than nothing. It's been a long, long time, but it's better late than never. Yeah, it's better late than never. Oh, it's better late than never. Yeah, it's better late than never. Oh, it's better late than never. Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. I see more and more and more people coming in. This is great. I'm Jason Charles Miller. Welcome to Miller's Music Mondays. Let me bring on my guests, everybody. Let's say hello to the band Tempermental.
Hello, everybody.
Hey. So we met at the beginning of 2020 when everything was great. The future was bright. No one knew any, like we had so many plans. And I was a judge at a Battle of the Bands at the anime Anime LA, and you guys won the contest, and we ended up writing a song together later for you guys, and then everything kind of everything stopped, and so we found a creative way to finish recording the song and finish writing the song, and now you guys are working on more material, and so what's been going on with you guys? It's good that you can still get together. You're sort of in your own bubble, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when COVID first started, we had we stopped practicing for 4 months. Then we practiced for a little bit, all social distance and masks and everything, and then we stopped again when the numbers went up. So it's been really back and forth, and haven't played a show in well over a year now.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and there was a while where we were doing practices over Zoom, and that was pretty miserable. Trying to write stuff, but it didn't really go well. I don't remember anything from that.
Yeah,
Timing. I mean, like writing over Zoom is fine, but like jamming over Zoom is like impossible.
Yeah, for sure.
And we figured that out the hard way. But we've been working on mostly writing and getting new songs and new material out, and we've got some stuff in the works.
Yep.
Before you guys play your first song, would you mind introducing yourselves to everybody? And people are saying hi in chat, but just tell me who you guys are in the band too. I mean, I know who you are, but tell the audience.
Hey everybody, I'm Marilyn. I'm the guitarist.
I'm Chrissy. I'm the singer.
I'm Jordan, and I'm the drummer.
I'm Ruby, and I'm the bassist.
Great. And you guys are going to do an acoustic set for us today, or acoustic songs. And Jordan, you're going to be playing the cajon, right? So that's a really fun instrument for when a band needs to do an acoustic set, and the drummer can still. It's basically a whole drum set in a box, right?
Yeah.
So wherever you hit it, like in one spot it sounds like a bass drum, another spot it sounds like a snare drum.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Great.
Didn't you hear?
Can't wait to hear it. The mix sounded good when we were sound checking. What's the first song you're gonna play for us?
This song is called "All in My Head," and it's one of our songs you can find on all digital music. Haven't talked in years on digital music platforms.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Take it away.
Oh, ready? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Thank you.
That sounds great. Your harmonies sound great. I mean, that was one thing that always that was the first thing that uh struck me when I saw you guys perform the first time. I said to myself, you know, they have been playing together for a long time, because you kind of understand each other's voices, and when you sing together, you really have like almost a natural ability to match up, you know, and that doesn't come overnight. That comes with people playing together for a long time. Now, uh three of you, so Mary Lane, Christina, and Ruby, you guys all met on the set of a show, right? Of a TV show.
Yeah. Wet Hot American Summer. 10 years later, it's on Netflix.
So you guys were like campers or something?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were the main camp group. So we came back, like we worked together for 3 months straight, like every day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we were out by like on this like ranch, and we were like doing set every day. And I met these two. I talked to her a bit on set. We didn't really get along that well.
Really?
But yeah.
That's funny.
But then then we all became friends and we started doing music, and then we met Jordan at a battle of the bands at my old school, and we've run into her at several battle of the bands since then, and now she's in the band.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, but maybe a lot of people not watching know, when you're working on a TV show or a movie, and you're on set, sometimes you feel like you're waiting around for 12 hours for your shot, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that when you discovered your fellow love of music, and did you guys start writing music then too?
We didn't start writing music then, but we all played like ukulele and the tree trunk next to us in the back because we were on this like random ranch. So we just snuck out after school time and would play until we were called.
Yeah. At the time, I was in another band and I was played like a little bit of guitar, but I was like 11 at the time, so it was like really bad. But I played ukulele and guitar, and I think I brought a violin at some point, and we were all playing stuff.
Great. Yeah, and ukulele's tunings always throw me off, honestly, from being a lifelong guitar player, right?
Yeah.
Because the tunings are weird. But I know it's easy to adapt. Okay, well, I guess it's my turn to play a song. I'm playing songs off of my new album, acoustic versions, obviously, of my new album, From the Wreckage Part 1. This is it. Again, just going to show you guys so people can see. Artwork by Sam Sheeran, who I think is in chat right now. So I wrote this with my buddy Blue Foley, and I have not played this yet before live on the show. So this one's called You're About To. We're going to see what happens. It's a long dark tunnel when you're riding those rails, spinning in a funnel on the short trip to hell. There's thieves in the temple, there's a wolf out the door. You're blind to the devil, and he just wants more. Here you don't know, but no, you're about to if you don't know, but no, you're about to. You don't know that road you're on when the demon drives you home. Brother, it won't take too long. Everything is gone. Spirit in those evil things, chain you to your pain, tie you to your evil ways. Still the understand. You don't know, but no, you're about to if you don't know, but no, you're about to. You don't Well, that one takes the breath away. Maybe not from you, but from me. It takes the breath away from me, everybody. So yeah, that's another song from In the Wreckage Part Run that I wrote with Blue Foley, and we also wrote As Good Love Goes, She's Gone together. We wrote Running together, and he's written like 6 songs on Ashley McBride's last 2 records. So good friend of mine. He's actually has been on the show before too. If you guys remember Blue, very larger than life character. So I'm happy to release another song that I did with him. But anyway, back to you guys. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about so you one of the things you did do was join TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And me too. I'm on there. I just started a couple weeks ago, so we'll have to do something together. What's happening, David Blue? Thanks for popping in. I didn't miss a raid, did I? Because when I start playing, I just lose all sense of everything. So if I missed a raid, I'm sorry. One of the cool things here on Twitch is we have raids. So like when we're done with the show tonight, we'll take our audience and raid another musician or another streamer, and then their audience can go there, and then that's sort of how you get turned on to different acts and different people and streamers and stuff like that. I'm waiting for you guys to start a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
need to.
need to do that eventually.
Yeah, because I mean you could, and you know, obviously a lot of people game on here, so you could you know, even if you're just messing around playing video games with each other, it's people will watch that too, you know. So but yeah, tell me how your TikTok experience has been, because I see your numbers are skyrocketing. Maybe you can give me some tips.
So on TikTok, our first couple videos, especially that second singing one, we were like, we were really frustrated. We did it like twice. We had just learned the song, and we're like, whatever, just post it. No one's gonna see it. And we threw it up, and it got like 2.3 million views. And we were like, no, because we thought we did it really bad.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
But
I
we're still
know.
really happy that it blasted our numbers up, because that's
Yeah.
where we got all our followers from.
Yeah.
And TikTok is weird. The algorithm is weird on it. So sometimes we post and it's like 2 million, and then it's like 400.
I know,
Yeah.
it's really weird.
Randomly.
It drives me insane. Like, and then none of us have been able to get like our own like TikToks to like explode in the same way. So it's like pretty weird. And then it's like it keeps like kind of like fluctuating, like with the how many views they're gonna give us and stuff. TikTok is weird.
Right. But besides that, I really like it because it's a really good way for people who are new to get discovered. You know what I mean? Like, we would
Absolutely.
not have any followers if we hadn't posted that one video that we thought was bad.
Yeah.
Was that the one where you were doing it was like an a cappella harmony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
it
great.
acapella
Don't say it
that
wasn't
was
good. That was really great.
Isn't-
Thank you.
Sure. So yeah, it, you know, look, the people ask me advice about the music business all the time because you know, I got my first record deal like in the mid 90s. You know, before all of you were born, I had a record deal. But you know, the way the music business was in the 90s was different than it was in the 2000s, which was different than it was in the 2010s, which is different than it now in the 2020s. I mean, like it's changing every 6 months. So we just have to keep going and do what's relevant, you know, I guess. And my thought is, you know, or my one advice would just be do whatever is authentic to you, and your audience will eventually find you. And that's what you guys are doing. I mean, you're very your band and your sound is very authentic to who you are as a band. You're not really trying to follow trends. You're just doing your own thing. And with that, what's the next song you're going to play for us?
This song is "In the End" by Linkin Park, and it's going to be our cover.
Great.
It starts with
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that
Cool. I remember you guys did a cover of that, and I didn't know you were going to pull that out today. So that was a cool surprise. So my old band Godhead toured with Linkin Park. We were on Ozfest together, and it was crazy at that time to really see them explode because they 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 got so popular so fast. It was kind of amazing to watch that. Just they just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like week to week. Like their debut album, Hybrid Theory, just kept selling more and more albums, and everybody was really excited, and their whole team was excited, and it was fun to see that and kind of be a part of that. And I remember that like uh, Godhead's like major label debut when it came out at the time. We had a really good first week, but then I remember my manager going, "Well, it's not Linkin Park numbers, but it's good." And we're like, "Okay, well, at least it's doing pretty good." You guys actually went to the studio and recorded that too, right?
We did. It was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
a long time.
Yeah, very long time ago.
Yeah. No, it's always good to play covers that you identify with, and that people can know you from that also, that. And back to what we were talking about earlier with TikTok, that's pretty much what TikTok is, people doing covers and
Right. They use
discovering you
sound.
that way. What is coming up next for you? I know there's some secret things and there are not so secret things, right?
Right. We can't say much.
Okay.
But we're working on an album right now.
All right, well, that's good. Yeah, I wasn't even sure if I was allowed to say that or not, because I know
Yeah,
I don't know either, frankly.
things are hush
We'll
hush.
talk a little about it, but we're
Just
working
a little bit.
working on an album.
Great.
That's what we can
That's
say.
great.
You got
And we'll
something
just leave
like
it there. We'll just leave it right there. Okay. All right. Well, I'm working on 2 more albums after this. So the one I have coming out on Friday is part 1, and then part 2 is going to come out in October, and then I have another album that I'm working on that's going to come out in the summer of 22. But I wanted to remind everybody watching right now too that on Friday, the day my album comes out, back here on my Twitch, I'm going to have an online record release party. So I have 8 guests, lots of different people that worked on the album with me, including Katie Cole from the Smashing Pumpkins, and Adam Schoenfeld from Tim McGraw's band, and Eben Schletter, who if you're a Comedy Bang Bang fan, you would know he did all the music for that. And he also is the composer for SpongeBob SquarePants. He played theremin on my album, so I have to get him on the record release party and talk about SpongeBob a little bit. Why not? So I'll do a cover then, because I do have one cover on my new album, which is I've told this story a couple times before, but it's one that I always thought was a Paul McCartney cover, and it was actually by the band Badfinger. But it's one of those songs that I would hear on like classic rock radio driving around, and then I realized, the reason why I thought it was a Paul McCartney song was actually because George Harrison from the Beatles produced the original version, so it has that vibe to it. But it's one that I've always really gravitated to and just thought sonically sounded great. And Katie Cole from the Smashing Pumpkins sings. Really, it's like a choir of Katie's on this song. It's really cool. Her backing vocals, and it's almost like a duet. But this is called Day After Day. I remember finding out about you. Every day my mind is all around you. from my lonely gloom, day after day. Bring it home, baby, make it soon. I give my love to you. Looking up from my lonely gloom, day after day. Bring it home, baby, make it soon. I give my love to you. I remember finding out about you. Every day my mind is all around you. Looking up from my lonely gloom, day after day. Bring it home, baby, make it soon. I give my love to you. Oh. Thank you. Somebody wrote in chat that song's a memory bomb for some of us. Yeah, that's true. I think there's certain songs that are memory bombs for all of us. I mean, even when they played in the end, that kind of brought me back to my Ozfest days. And by the way, if you guys have any questions for the band, please write them in here, and I will ask them that. But let's see, what else were we going to talk about? What in when we met is when you played the Anime LA Battle of the Bands. What inspired you? How did you know about that? Because Christina, you're into anime, right?
I'm super I've been super into anime for a very long time, since I was probably 9, because of my brother. And we submit for a lot of things. I think that was probably something we submitted for. But when I saw the email come in that we could do that or whatever, I was freaking out, and I was super excited. And we had already planned, like, oh, we're gonna go dressed up as this, and so that was really exciting for me.
Yeah, I really liked. I mean, I'm not like a super. She's more into the anime stuff than me, but I like some of it. So I was like, I was down to go to the Anime LA and like check everything out, and it was pretty exciting to get to go and play. So.
Well, it worked out great. I know the audience really enjoyed it too, and it was really like one of the last cons in the LA area. So we all lucked out that we got to do that before the great shutdown.
Yeah, it was one of the last shows we did.
We were planning to go to Anime Expo, like the next big one.
Sure.
Together.
Yeah.
And it got canceled. We had plans and everything.
I know.
I've been a guest at that before too. I mean, that's the big one. That's like people come in from all over the world for that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's super cool.
So it's probably good that they canceled it, and I'm pretty sure they're canceling it. I don't think it's happening this year either. So in 22 we'll be there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's gonna happen for a while yet, but I have heard like some bands are like scheduling tours for later this like fall and winter of this year, but I don't know. Depends how things go.
Right.
Yeah, a few friends of mine in the South are playing like socially distanced shows, or outdoor shows. Every show has to be pretty heavily regulated right now, so it's tougher for indie artists or artists that aren't as huge as some of these bands, because everything's sort of reserved for them at this time. But we'll get there. In the meantime, all we can do is just work on our craft, right, and just continue to work on our material and music. and hopefully, and at least we have the ability to put it out and for people to discover it that way. And people discover music so much differently now. Um, so a few years ago I sang on the Metal Gear Rising soundtrack on a song called "Rules of Nature," which ended up becoming a meme, right? And then uh, last year I sang the theme song to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, and then I had 3 songs on Cyberpunk. So some people only know me as the video game guy, like they have no idea I have any other career than that, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like I sort of embrace it all and let people discover me however they're going to discover me. And so I encourage artists to do the same thing. Like as long as you're going to put out, hopefully you guys will get a song placed in a game or on a show at some further point, and then that will open up a whole different audience to you. So I say embrace it all, and just as long as you're authentically you, you will be people will dig it.
Exactly.
But so now it's your turn to play. What are you guys going to play next?
All right. This is the song that we wrote with you, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Oh wait. No wait. Okay. Well, we
It's
are
not
going
the
to
song.
be
No,
playing
it's not
that
it.
song. That song's the finale.
Oh, okay, that's the finale. All right. Well, now I know it's coming, but
This song is the song.
I'll be okay.
Relates very
Yep.
much to our earlier conversation about TikTok and Instagram, and since everything's been over social media this past year, whatever, it's so easy to get absorbed into it. And we've been focusing on comments and what people say that way so much because we don't get to see how they react at live shows and whatnot anymore. So this is a song about that, and it's called No Comment.
Oh, I like that.
Words you ran through my screen. I don't know what you mean. Why do you do this to me? Here for a moment, never to be seen. Usernames with no meaning, likes and comments with no feeling. It all looks so appealing. Photoshop always deceiving. Use one fiction, look at it fiction. It's just a fiction, that is a fiction. It's a simple concept. Look at it content, look through all the nonsense. No comment, use one fiction. Look at it fiction, it's just a fiction. That is a fiction, it's a simple concept. Look at it content, look through all the nonsense. No comment. Look at the girl with the perfect nose. She's so gorgeous, I suppose. But one day she gets exposed. What happened to her? No one knows. There's a boy with the perfect hair, pretty face, breathtaking stare. He's undead, but no one cares. Why is he famous? It's not fair. Use one diction, look at it fiction. It's just a fiction, that is restriction. It's a simple concept. Look at it content, look through all the nonsense. No comment. Use one diction, look at it fiction. It's just a fiction, that is restriction. It's a simple concept. Look at it content, look through all the nonsense. No comment. Use one diction, look at it fiction. It's just a fiction, that is a fiction. It's a simple concept. Look at it content, look through all the nonsense. No comment.
I was still muted. Sorry. Awesome. Cool.
Thank you.
When did you write that?
A while ago.
Couple months back.
Before quarantine.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Jordy wrote that song. I think it was late 2019.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, when when we were sound checking last week, we did sort of like to make sure that this was all going to work. And by the way, that the camera you're using is really cool because it's almost like a fisheye lens. It looks.
It's a GoPro.
You should definitely please film a music video in your practice space because your practice space is really cool.
Thank you.
Um, but anyway, when it was really catchy when you guys were doing it last week, and also just your harmonies are just so good. And I like that you make that a signature part of your sound because everyone is always looking for that one thing that can sort of set them apart from everybody else, and your harmonies are certainly a part of that formula. You know,
Thank you.
so hold on, I grabbed the wrong guitar. I hit that, I'm knocking things over. My streaming space is very like what you see just beyond it doesn't look anything like this, but like I've curated it so it's like this perfect little area for people to see. Um, Once again, just to remind everybody, so I'll be here. I'll be back on Wednesdays for my whatever you want Wednesdays, but then Friday, my new album comes out. That's it right there. And I'm doing a record release party at 6 Pacific, and I'm having a bunch of guests come on, and it's going to be super fun and lots of hanging out like this and a little some performances here and there. But I'm going to play another song off of that album. And if you pre-order the album on Apple Music or on iTunes, you already have this song. But if you didn't, you will get it on Friday. It is also the theme song to my friend Kurt Kazaris' podcast called What's Your Name Again, which is about surviving in Hollywood, which is what we're all trying to do. But this one is called Losing My Way. Every time I try to stand, I just keep falling over. I can try to pull my bootstraps up, but I can't stop getting older. Oh, think you know how that goes. Every day I grab the wrong and put me on that ladder. Then I slip in I got a question in chat for Temperamental. They want to talk about your every member's musical influences. Like, who were some of the people that inspired you to start playing, and then whether it be music in general, or and also what inspired you to pick the instrument that you play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to start?
Sure. So my family is a very musical family, and my dad has always been in bands. So I've, like rock music has always been in my life, and I started playing bass for the band. Before that, I only sang and played piano, so I learned bass for the band. And some of the bands I like and are like, yeah, Panic at the Disco, Dance Gavin Dance, Periphery, King Mothership.
Great. Well, so you're a double threat because you can play piano too, if need be, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys done any piano songs yet?
Not yet.
I mean, I know that's not exactly stereotypically rock, but it still could be cool to try, right?
For sure, yeah.
I'll probably do some.
When
Ready.
the producer Danny Saber, when we were doing a Godhead record, he would when we got to the choruses, he would hit the chords of on a grand piano of the notes and just like sneak it in the mix. So like electric guitars are blasting, but there's just something else percussively hitting the notes of the just the chorus notes that just like give it that extra oomph. So just a little production trick. So maybe you could try that
Yeah.
too when you're playing. How about you, Jordan?
Well, I started playing like the first instrument I learned was piano, and
Sorry, it was killing me.
and I like always wanted to play drums. So started out on pots and pans when I was little, and then when I was 12, I got my first drum set. And I think Travis Barker was like probably my biggest inspiration when I started out on drums, and John Bonham, and Dave Grohl. And there's just so many drummers that inspire me. But and then like music, um, just like the Beatles, the Strokes, Weezer, and Rolling Stones, just so many. There's
Yeah,
just too many.
it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Christina's like, I don't know why I'm here. Right?
She doesn't know.
I started singing when I was like 5, and I was singing opera in my backyard. So my dad got me a music teacher, and she was like, "Oh, hey, come on down to this audition. I'm gonna bring my 6 or 7, how many of her daughters she had, and we're all gonna audition for this sound music together." So I went to this huge audition. There were like 800 kids for 5 roles, and she didn't show up, and I was 5, and it was not, we'd never done anything like that before. So I still did it, and I got that, and then I got.
So wait, so your friend didn't show up,
No.
but you
I was
but
there
you
by
did, and
myself.
you got the part.
Yeah.
Are you guys still friends after that, or what? What happened?
Yes, I love her. She was my first singing teacher. So I started musical theater and opera, and then I did pop and R&B and soul, and now I do whatever we do.
Yeah.
And at first, my first musical influences were probably like Kelly Clarkson and people like that. Now I really love Hayley Williams and Paramore and Pierce the Veil. I can't think.
Like NCR.
My Chemical Romance, Sleeping with Sirens, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, you can definitely hear some of those influences in the band's sound too. And what about you, Marilyn?
So my mom is a piano player, and from the time I was like really young, she had been trying to teach me piano, but I had never really been able to get into it. So we kind of just assumed after that I wouldn't really be a musician. But then when I was like 9 or 10, I heard Guns N' Roses on the radio, and I really wanted to play guitar. And my mom didn't want to get me a guitar because she's like, no, we already tried the whole music thing and you didn't like it, so I'm not going to pay for an expensive guitar so you can give it up. But after a while, she gave in. I got the guitar, and I learned how to play it. And for a long time, I was in a cover band called the Floppy Fish, and I just played like yeah.
The Floppy Fish.
Yeah. So
That's a great name.
the other guitarist. We couldn't decide on a name until one day the other guitarist showed up with shirts with the floppy fish building on it, and then it was just official. So we couldn't change it after that. But anyway, so where was I?
Musical.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. So then, when I started with these girls, I hadn't really ever written music or anything, and I was really into a band called Hollywood Undead, and
Sure.
they inspired me to write music with them, and they've been a big influence on me for a really long time. Other than them, I like My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, um, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, stuff like that.
Have you had a chance to meet Slash yet?
I haven't, but I'd really like to.
I'm sure you will. The South Park did a whole episode about how he's just everywhere all the time, kind of like Santa Claus. So you'll find him when this is all over. He'll be wandering the streets or something, and you'll get to meet him.
Working and meeting with Slash and Hollywood Undead are two big dream goals of mine.
Awesome, yeah. Well, we're almost at the end of the hour, so I always have my guests play us out. When you're done, we'll come back and we'll raid somebody. But I guess the surprise got spoiled. You're gonna play the song that we wrote together.
Yeah. So the song we wrote with you at the beginning of quarantine, basically, or no,
Right before quarantine
I
started.
don't know my years anymore.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Or how to talk. Gosh, I need
Yeah.
to play a show again.
It was like it was like 2 weeks before quarantine. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was like super before.
Just a little story. We were on our way to a show. Ruby was already there. I was like 5 minutes away.
I was about to leave.
And it got canceled. Like when we were there. That was on March 15th last year.
Right,
So-
I remember that.
Yeah,
It was like
oh,
getting
man.
ready, and then it's like, nope, shut down. And then we haven't played a show since. And it's been
Yeah.
very sad.
But
Well, people that are watching today are really happy that you're doing this show. So thank you again for coming on the show and giving us a
Thank you
treat.
for having us. We
Yes.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
so this song is called Run Away From Me. You keep thinking that you're making me crack. You can push me and I'll keep pushing back. Don't you know I've got you under attack? Oh yeah.
Yeah. People loved it. Cool. I'm glad that you guys worked that up. I think that's a really good song for you guys. I'm happy that we wrote that, and hopefully we'll write some more together.
So fun.
Yeah. Well, it's just about that time for us to go. My guests tonight have been Tempermental. We're spamming all of their info in there. We've got your website, we've got your Instagram, we've got your YouTube, your TikTok, your Facebook, your Twitter that you guys never use. But it is yours. And if you guys want to throw the band a little tip, we're all, like they said, we haven't played a show in a year, either one of us. So we're all out of work musicians at the end of the day. So their Cash App is there too, if you like what you hear, or spam their music on Spotify. Go away for the weekend and just hit their music on repeat. That's what I like to say, and
Thank you.
then maybe we'll make about 5 cents after that. But at least people, it's something. It's good for our numbers. But so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna raid. Let's raid Shaft tonight. He's a really great musician, and we're gonna keep things going by taking our crowd over there. Let me just load this up so I have it ready to go. Once again, Tempermental, thank you guys so much for coming on the show, and I'd love to have you back. And when you can talk more about the album, maybe when those songs are coming out, I'd love for you to come back.
We're super psyched to hear your album too.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, cool, yeah. And I don't, when I'd like to say let's do a show together one day when those things are possible.
Love to.
So, all right. Good night, everybody.